The place is 717 keep the place. Gotta learn to beat the system.
You know this world has gone insane. It is absolutely no secret. But tonight, Saturday night, you are about to experience the true measures of what that insanity can bring you. Tonight, you are about to see Ball and Bonkers, the one-of-a-kind show that delves deep into the world with no holds barred. Now, meet your hosts, Dakota Franson, specialist of the strange, and Christopher Mule, the UFO fanatic. Now, give it up, and let's see what these two idiots can bring you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Saturday Night Live. We're having some technical problems, guys. We're meant to be getting joined by Mike the Naked Bigfoot tonight, and we're having some weird stuff happening. There's been like a shadow behind Dakota. We'll work it for a little minute, and then we'll try and get Mike back in. So, how are you, Drew, and how are you, Dakota?
I'm okay, guys. I'm fine, yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yep.
Yes.
I know what the heck is going on here.
For you guys in the podcast world and Amazon and Spotify, Dakota's got a light grid set up behind him. Before we came live, I seen a figure walk behind him, and it was just like a black silhouette. It was weird. It's very strange. Yeah, Mike the Naked Bigfoot, try again, please. Hey, Scottish Outlooker. Strange things are happening tonight, guys. What's that for Scottish Outlooker there? I'm buzzing. It's WrestleMania. There you go. There you go, Dakota. We could take up wrestling. The two is we could dress up as wrestlers. What do you think?
Why do you keep wanting to see me in tights? I'm getting a little concerned here, Chris.
I know.
Can't drop the soap around you.
I'd like to say to everybody in the Facebook side and everybody on YouTube and all the other, 55 locations?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So, guys, tonight we're just going to be having a night where we talk about anything. We're having a bald and bonkers night, you know. And Drina's here. Mike the Naked Bigfoot is here.
He's trying, at least.
Mike, can you hear us?
Guys, can I just say before we do go on, I logged on to Parapost today for the first time on the app. And
everybody's so fracked.
God damn it. Log into it.
Mike, oh my God, he's got an Android. I'm just wondering if it's anything to do with the Echo Enhance. I'm not very clever when it comes to technology, as Dakota here knows.
Yeah, frustratingly so some days.
Well, you know,
it's going to be one of the nights.
It's going to be one of the nights, and
what?
Yep.
Did Chris just lose his audio?
It's Yuzo disappeared in me.
And then you disappeared on us?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, we have active night. Not exactly the excitement I had in mind.
Between the sky looking false in our area to this.
Mm-hmm. I think something is afoot, as Sherlock Holmes would say. Something is going on, and it's either StreamYard. It's no internet. I just checked my internet. I'm getting 65 meg download. You know, I'm fine.
I'm about to do
I
my
have
phone.
connection.
Just got the 5G phone.
Yeah.
I don't see the hype that Chris was trying to brag about, but
It's weird. It's I went a walk tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, MD in the chat. I don't know if any's experienced this tonight. Drew did. It just felt kind of weird tonight, and I don't know what it is. I mean, it's just like it's as if there's like you could cut it with a knife. That's how weird
Yeah.
it is, and I'm just wondering if it's anything. There's something about to happen in the world, you know.
like I said before the break, you got to remember there is solar flare activity right now, so
Yes.
that could contribute to some of it. But I don't know.
I think there's problems with StreamYard too. I don't know. I just think there's something wrong with StreamYard. It's strange. What you got to say there, Drew?
There will be a lot of people on the network right now with StreamYard because it is kind of prime time.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't make a difference that much.
So,
It
guys,
was like a false sky in our area tonight.
Yeah.
When I was out a walk to my daughter's and back up, the sky is brownish with just a streaky cloud as if they've just been painted there. It just looks so false.
that's strange.
Scottish Outlooker, I like his little remark here. Feels like the calm before the storm.
You know, I don't know what it is, right? I've obviously my psychic abilities and stuff like that. I just don't know what it is. It's as if something is about to happen.
Yeah.
Something really bad is about to happen.
You know,
Now,
I don't know if it's related, but it does kind of correlate when some weird things have been popping out with us. AJ, our demonologist contact, he swears that he keeps getting splashed with visions, and pardon the disturbing imagery that I'm about to share, but basically piles of burning bodies. Faces cut off, the whole hot 9 yards. It's definitely perking up. I don't even know what to say.
I don't know. I mean, I was playing about with the tarot cards earlier, and I get some strange readings. I get some weird kind of readings that said something's going to change soon. What about you, Drew? Have you done any readings?
That's worrying, Dakota. Do you want to know why? Because there's some war crimes and things. There's actually a lot of knowledge coming out in Ukraine right now about some of the disturbing things that the Russian soldiers are doing. So that is actually pretty worrying.
Yeah, and let's just say we all have experience with the thing he believes is showing him these images.
Right, okay, right, okay.
Yeah. So, guys, in the chat, will I post the link in the chat if anybody wants to come up and
sure.
meet us all? Do you want to come up? If your internet will hold, you can come and talk to us crazy people. You know.
Come hang out with us.
Sharing some news tonight, but my goodness,
Yeah.
I'm getting sidetracked here.
I'm really annoyed in a way because I was wanting Mike to come on tonight because I just wanted to talk to Mike. I thought it would have been a really interesting night tonight with the four of us talking strange things, you know. And try again in a little while, Mike, if you can hear us. Try again in a little while. I mean, we've got a couple of announcements, but I'll leave Dakota. Do you want to do any announcements now, or do you want to leave them till after?
Oh, well, I guess we can go ahead and start with the first major one.
Oh, yeah.
For the last little bit, I know that there's some people that have been starting to doubt due to the fact that it was taking so long. I don't know what went wrong, but everything's sorted out. Bald and Bonkers is now officially an official company.
There you go.
Just got the paperwork 2 days ago. Unfortunately, it takes about another 30 days for everything to update to where it recognizes us so we can get to everything we want to do. But
yes, but I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing, Dakota. You know, and you know what I really like? I really like the webpage.
Oh, I thank you.
That's good. You know, I was. Have you seen that, Drew? The webpage.
Yeah, I was having a look yesterday and I was on it today again. Yes, it's very interesting. All the links are there as well to all the different places that he's go out to, so that's really good to get to
That's
quick.
right. That's
Mhm.
right.
Really
So,
interesting.
Drew, have you got any news you want to tell everybody in the chat? You're going to be having MD on your channel or anything like that before we start talking about
Yes, we
strange
have got
things?
Haunted Finders coming this week. Dave and Tom, of course, they're coming for a chat. We just need to figure out the days. I also have, excuse me, Jared King and Queen Laura coming on Monday night. We just need to arrange the time because the time difference, but it will happen. And we've also got Lady Grave Dancer and Crescent Moon, who's some of the top witches of YouTube that I think is coming on this week as well. The time difference is a killer, but we will work it out so we can come to you live and it'll be really interesting.
Yeah.
Especially Haunted Finders, because we're going to be talking about all the haunted woods, especially Sherwood.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen the video. I watched a little bit of it. I mean, that the tree in Sherwood Forest. That's you seen that tree? It's something like, was it 700 years old or something
They're all
like that, even
old,
more. I mean, that you think of the energies that must be in Sherwood Forest, and you think about the spirits that are roaming there right now. I just
No.
had to what?
No, I was just
Robin
going to
actually
say,
found
Brian
out
and
that-
Doug.
That's actually that popped into my head when I had this vision of Brian with with a set of green tights on. Yes, I'm talking about tights again, and a little hat with a feather sticking out the top of it, and that was Brian marching away. You know.
That was a weird thing about big bald men in tights, man.
Well,
I need to have a talk with your brother.
Look, I can't help it, right? But but Robin Hood wore tights, didn't he? I mean, that's what he wore,
Yeah.
green tights. He did. He wore. Well, actually, that's fictional, isn't it? Robin Hood. I mean, the truth about Robin Hood, he didn't look nothing like the storybooks tell. You know, it's. So, is there anybody in the chat would like to ask Dakota any questions or Drew?
Oh yeah, it's just an open mic night tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Mostly because we were trying to be careful about scheduling guests with the daylight savings difference between the U.S. and U.K.
Yes.
We just have to work it out, guys. It gets a bit, because sometimes where we are and then the time difference is just during the week, especially when people work, it's hard to weigh up in between. But we'll
Wait, is that
we'll work it out.
here we have? Is that a new subscriber we've got? Is that through Facebook?
Suze?
Hello,
Suze?
Suze. There you go. That's
This
it.
is from my channel. Thank you.
Here.
Oh dear God, guys! I was wanting Mike to come on tonight. I'm really annoyed now. I'm really, really annoyed.
Mike, we do have an interesting guest coming on on Sunday, April 10th. That might be interesting. Chances are, if you've seen any programs involving Sasquatch, you're going to be familiar with the name of Dr. Jeff Meldrum.
Yes.
He is actually a professor of anatomy and anthropology at Idaho State University, so he's about 2 miles away from me. Not
Yes.
2 miles, 2 hours. I don't know why I said 2. He is actually going to be joining us for an interview.
There you go. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I've been watching his stuff, his documentaries that he does, and wow, see, I want to learn all about.
He's
I
pretty
call
much
him Big
all
Feet,
the
you know.
big networks go-to guy when it comes to Bigfoot stuff.
And Bigfoot is actually a very interesting topic. Oh, thank you, Suze, for giving us a subscribe. I mean, Bigfoot's an actually interesting subject. I mean, you think about all the different types of Bigfoot there's meant to be. I mean, there's the ones in Australia. What are they called again, Dakota? They've got kind of like red eyes. Oh, I've put you in the spot here. What they called?
Well, there's a couple different names Australia uses. I've heard, if I remember correctly, the Earring, but there's also the Australian wild man. But it's, just like with everything else in Australia, those are some of the more violent ones.
But I mean, I know some people that's listening to this will maybe not believe in Bigfoot, but there is a lot of evidence pointing that there is something. There is something that's been covered up. I mean, you just need to look at the U.S. National Park Service. They're notorious for covering stuff up. I mean, I found it very interesting. I mean, I was listening to this guy. Is it David Politis? His name is, and he was talking missing 411. Have you ever seen that, Dakota? Have you seen that, Drew?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of episodes. That's
Yeah. And
It's
they talk
interesting.
about how people just disappear in the woods.
See, the thing that these things come in and out of portals. So who's to say
That's
that
right.
you don't drag these things, people through the portals and things? We just don't know. I would never call anybody a liar for anything they believe or anything they see, because you just don't know until you experience it yourself.
Well, it's weird you say that, right? I mean, there was this one story, right? I think it was Yosemite National Park, and there was a family out walking, right? So the father and the mother was in front, and the grandfather and the brother was behind him, and there was someone in the middle, right? I can't remember, it was like a cousin or something was in the middle, and they were walking through this like cut rock. Now there was nowhere to go, nowhere. They turned round and the person in the middle just disappeared. They spent, is it 3 or 4 days searching that entire park. They had the National Guard out, they had everyone out looking, scoured that place, didn't find a thing, right? 6 months down the road, there's hikers out, and there they find the pile of bones, all neatly packed on top of each other with a skull on the top. So something ate them, probably. And the thing, well, the strange thing with the bones was, as if they were bleached. They were very, very smooth. So it makes you something maybe has come out a portal, grabbed that person and pulled them in.
Honestly, I wouldn't call anybody a liar that says these things. I really wouldn't. Because unless you stay there in that place and know the environment, who's to say? You just don't know.
Yeah.
Very
What's
true.
your thoughts on it, Dakota? I mean, you know quite a lot about the old Bigfoot, and that, especially people disappearing.
Well, a lot of times, wildlife officials, they'll just assume that it's just some idiot that got too cocky in the wilderness. And it happens a lot. There was a few years back where this family out of California rallied to get a lot of the dams shut down to cut off water flow because one of their relatives got lost
Yeah.
and went missing. They figured he went under the water and got caught somewhere. This actually got to the point where they tried to resort to psychics who told them that this guy faked his death and that he would be found on the rocks. Well, they lowered the water level, couldn't find him. They couldn't keep it down any longer because this area really relies on hydropower. As soon as they let the water flow through, as everybody thought, it jerked the body just right to where it surfaced. So technically, I guess the part about him being found on the rocks, it was true, but that also describes most of Idaho wilderness. As far as that particular story with missing 411, it's not uncommon for apes, like chimpanzees, to show ritual behaviors, like how you would compare to old indigenous tribes. So if Bigfoot's supposed to be just 7 foot tall gorilla with human-like intelligence, that's not that far out there. A lot of people also don't know is that Theodore Roosevelt, the person who started the National Park Service here in the U.S., he was an avid outdoorsman. He had his own encounter with Bigfoot. And the conspiracy is that he started the National Park Service to, quote unquote, technically preserve the land, but also help keep people away from these dangerous creatures.
Right.
So who knows? Who knows?
I mean, I was listening to that, and Drew knows about this too, about the missing 411. The most interesting case that's intrigued me with that, I couldn't get my head round about this. It was a family, and they had a 5-year-old. The 5-year-old was playing in clear sight, right? Disappeared, right? So obviously the mother's distraught, and I think the National Guard, the police, they had volunteers for a week. They searched the woods, right? They searched everywhere. Nothing. A couple of months down the lines, a hiker climbing a, you know how you get the free climbing people that like to climb like side the cliffs and that with no ropes. They must be mad, but anyway, this guy about 20 miles from where this little boy was, right, camped with his mother and father, right, climbed up to the top of this kind of ledge, and there was the dead body of the boy. Now, they had searched there and there was nothing. So how did that little boy of 5 make it 20 miles away and on top of a hill? The only way up was climbing.
Exactly.
Which I think there's more. I think people get took, and I don't know why they get took. Maybe they get it, and I don't know.
It's
But I think
interesting
that-
that they give the bones back, though, isn't it? I mean, that is really interesting.
Yes.
It's as if they know that human feeling of, look, if only we knew what happened or something, so they make sure that they return something of the person. I don't know, that's really strange. It's interesting that they do that.
It makes you wonder if it's a warning, though. What do you think, Dakota? Do you think it might be a warning? Stay out of this woods.
Could be.
This is what will happen to you.
Oh, if Mike is still in the chat, he can verify. They can be
Yeah.
highly territorial.
Right.
If you're over towards the West Coast, they tend to be a little bit friendlier. If you mind your own business, you don't cause a whole lot of hate and discontent, they'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
If they feel comfortable around you, they might approach you. But that's a one-off situation. But somewhere towards where Mike lives, they've been known to get violent, steal cattle, hijack people, eat dogs. And interestingly
Have
enough,
special trees.
Yeah, that's.
interestingly enough,
Yeah.
there's some reports of where their teeth look like they've been filed down, like the cannibal tribes out of South America.
Right.
They've been filed down to be sharper.
Yeah, so they can cut through the flesh and stuff. Yeah.
But see, they would have to adapt. The more that humans adapt to different things, they would have to adapt as well so they could survive. So,
I'll just post the link in the chat again. If anybody wants to join, please click on the link and join us. Hey Smith family. Who else we got there?
Hi, Mom.
Hello Sharon. Hello.
welcome to
There you go.
Dakota's Mummy.
Hi, Dakota's mummy. You know, you look at him, he's getting all blushed now. Here's Samuel. Hey Samuel. Look at him, he's getting all blushed now. We don't want to embarrass him, you know. What?
Eyeball.
What? You see, guys, this is why we're called bald and bonkers, because we're raving lunatics. Hey,
Hello.
Phoenix. You know? I mean, there's something that I've never talked about in this show, Dakota, and you probably know about this. What about that incident that happened in, was it Siberia? And the campers got attacked.
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that?
Oh, D-Top Pass, or however it's pronounced.
That's it. Yep, that's
Well,
it.
I was actually watching a program on it. It's that Unexplained with William Shatner.
Mm-hmm.
And there is one explanation that's offered that in order to really debunk it, you would have to fly out that way, and we don't exactly feel safe in Russian airspace right now. But basically, something about the way the mountains are formed causes this weird echo effect that can cause psychosis. That's the explanation that's being tossed right now. There's old stories of this giant monster howling out, and the second you hear it, you go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, the way the sound reverberates and registers inside the mind causes a lot of extremely low frequencies that have been known to cause psychosis, as well as, in fact, you can actually overload the body system with this particular frequency and make someone practically explode from the inside.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the black and white footage of the Russian soldiers finding the bodies. I mean, they look like they had been in a hideous bad fight, as if they were trying to kill each other. I mean, some have suggested that it could have been some type of Bigfoot. that was trying to protect its territory. Or I think that one with Dakota, that's very interesting actually with the frequencies. Because that's how they actually use that now, didn't they? Dakota, they use that for crowd control frequencies.
Well, yeah, there's some parts that play freaking Britney Spears songs in order
Oh
to
my
calm
god.
down riots.
Oh god.
This is a true story, but yes, there are actually what they're called direct energy weapons that several militaries have started utilizing to help with crowd control, but also utilize just light and sound.
Yep.
And some of the things they can do to people with these types of weapons
Oh, yeah.
is horrific.
You think of the technology that's out there. I mean, you get sound weapons, and you get sound can. I mean, some sound they reckon can actually change things. You know, I mean, was that Phoenix? I've just seen who else is in the chat there. Same person. But it's just I try to watch the chat, guys, and I try to talk at the same time. It's really difficult, you know, because I can't. This is where I get him, you know. He's great. He does everything. You know. Yeah, give you a compliment, you know. I'm giving you a compliment, man. You know. What's this?
Mariah Carey's Wheel of Worst.
There's Brian J. Leverty
Oh,
in the chat.
we're just fantasizing about him.
That's right. So Brian, see when you were at Sherwood Forest, me and Dakota were wondering, were you riding about, you know, like dressed as Robin Hood, with his band of merry ghost hunters, feared by the ghouls, loved by the good, you know?
I'm interested to see because Tom and Haunted Finders they've been there loads of times, but they've been there to the different parts of the park as well. They've been to the famous parts and they've been to the parts that's not so famous. They've been to the really ancient parts as well. So it's going to be really interesting to talk to Tom and Dave and see what parts of the park he thinks is the worst, etc. Lots of questions set up.
That's where we should go, Drew. We should go to Nottingham Forest to do an investigation, you know?
I'm going down to Nottingham in June. I'll be spending a week down there.
I think it'd be great, you know? I mean, I'm looking forward to. I still to invite Brian back on the show with Lex to hear all about their strange encounters with Robin Hood. You know.
Yep.
Dakota looks awful happy tonight. Oh, he's on the side.
Good, honestly, I was on it today, and it's really a good app. I'm going to promote it a lot more because it is an amazing place for us to go there. People with the same interests, and you don't have to explain yourself or have trolls or anything coming in. It's an amazing platform.
It's better than Facebook because Facebook's bad. Facebook is terrible, actually. I mean, Brian knows about the Facebook situation where he posted the wee alien picture and he got banned for about a week.
I think me and Sis had the Russian government after us as well, did we not? Or the Russian football team or something. What was it, Dakota? We offended them?
No. It wasn't the Russians. It was the Pakistani cricket team that got flagged.
The Pakistani cricket team that offended them, I think.
Why?
I know.
I don't have a clue what we did or said.
I mean, the best one, guys in the chat, and whoever listens to this, the best one was Dakota asked, what was that, Siri? Asked Siri what it thought of Bald and Bonkers.
Oh God. Okay. Okay, let me explain. So, every now and then I do Google myself, I do Google the company just to see how well everything is going out. No, it wasn't Google. It was actually Amazon Alexa. And oh God, what was it that it said? I want to make sure I get this right.
Yeah, I was the handsome one.
I sent you the screen cap, right, Chris?
You did. I think you did, yeah.
All right. It was, said it was like an attractive pair that investigates fringe scientific phenomenon. I was like,
didn't say it didn't really say we were attractive. It said
yeah, I did.
Else.
Yeah, I did. I remember that part. That was the first part that I had burst out laughing.
Yep.
Maybe we should make that Bald and Bonkers hair supplement.
Hey, that's right, you know. We've been on it for years, and look, it's made wonders.
You're
Exactly.
emotional.
But no, well, I want to try to find it so I get this right because. So basically, what I did is I asked Amazon Alexa, "What is Bald and Bonkers?" Because we do put the shows out through IMDb to help promote it, I thought we were actually going to get an accurate answer. But I guess
Yeah.
technically accurate. Oh, there it is. Come on. Load.
I just don't know.
I want to see the picture. It's not like he's sending pecker pics.
Well, honestly,
No,
I've never
don't
heard
do
anything as
that.
ridiculous. I've never heard anything as ridiculous in my entire life as what Alexa thought of me and Dakota. I mean, who programs these things? Honestly, who programs these things?
Alexa does it by herself,
Your
actually.
accent, Christopher.
Huh? What's that?
Did you
My
understand your accent?
It's
Maybe
you
misunderstood
know,
you.
I've got Amazon Prime Music. I've got Amazon Prime and I've got Amazon Music, and it can understand me completely fine.
Well,
Yes, it might play the wrong song then again, but you know.
Oh,
So Dakota, you know what's it up yet?
nah, it's taking forever to load. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay.
Oh God.
I asked Alexa, "What is Bald and Bonkers?" It said, "Here's something I found on the web. According to apartmenttherapy.com, it has an attractive pair investigating fringe science phenomena." The attractive pair.
Mm.
Creepy bald men called observers. And the show veers into especially juicy sci-fi territory when it comes to paranormal parallel universes. Then for some reason, it says this information is not medical advice. Consult a health professional if you have a medical problem. I would
Oh my God. Oh, a creepy pairy bald man, and don't take it medical advice. I mean, it is ridiculous. I mean, it is ridiculous. The artificial intelligence that runs the world, that runs YouTube, it runs Facebook, and it runs Alexa. My God, who programmed that? I mean, we had some videos taken, ladies and gentlemen. We had some lives took down, which was ridiculous. You know, even although they weren't even
the
about the
medical
subject.
misinformation when the videos were talking about UFOs.
Yeah,
What you saying here, YouTube?
I never mentioned probes or anything.
I remember those lives though, way back when you and Lewis was doing them about 2 years ago, and we could get a bit deep. So they've been listening to them. They've
Yeah,
obviously
now that
listened
we've been
to
getting
them.
all this attention on us.
I think there's especially for hair supplements. I think we should start doing that. I think we should get a hair supplement. You know, I wonder what Dakota
we
would
found
look
a
like with
supplier
heavy hair.
that can help us make our own energy drinks, our own vitamins, our own coffee. Maybe I should send that to that Paranormal Brew. I know that she was interested in that.
Honestly, I would love to know what Dakota would look like with hair.
You see me wear wigs.
I can't remember that so long ago. You know.
Mr.
have to
Clean
watch
Feet, you're all to the extra shiny look. Oh, come on, Mom.
Before he came
Like,
live,
right
he
after
was
March?
polishing it. You know, rub on, rub off, rub on, rub off.
Drawing
Alright.
some bangs at the front.
All right. Like, just in case anybody doesn't believe us on the video side, I just got the picture uploaded.
Oh my God. Oh,
Yeah, it was like, first of all, it starts out at a nice, saying we're an attractive pair. All right, I guess. Then creepy bald men. It's like, what the fuck? Can't be
well,
sad
you
windows
you
as
do
the
have that.
attractive pair.
You do have that effect on people, Dakota. You know?
I know I do.
Honestly, I bet you Brian's away now asking his Alexa to do stuff now. You know, he's to see what it says.
Well, yeah, probably to see if his stuff comes up.
Yeah, I mean, I've googled myself a few times, but nothing really comes up. But when I
Yeah, I didn't
Google
know you
bald
were a
and bonkers,
cricket
it comes
player.
up. Yeah, I mean, when I Google bald and bonkers, it all comes up with the pictures and stuff. You know,
Yeah, you're
But
welcome.
Yeah, see, that's Dakota there. See, honestly, how do you do it, Dakota? Do you like take like speed or something like that to get through the day of doing all your work?
No, I tend to sleepwalk. Okay,
Yeah.
did you just see that?
What?
That shadow was back.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It, like
It's
somebody was
coming
just
for
like,
you.
poking like whoop and backed off.
Yeah.
Like what? The
It's
cats
it's
aren't in here. There's no.
it's coming for you. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think that they're coming for Dakota? They're coming to get you. You know, that's
You
it.
just fire off.
You know, light up if the aliens are coming to take you away tonight, Dakota. Light the K2 up if Ashtar's coming tonight to take Dakota away for some fun, please.
No, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if being a smart ass here,
Come on,
but
Doc Dakota. For
before
fun.
we came on, the K2, I was actually holding my hand up above the K2, and it was reacting to me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that
I
shouldn't
don't know
really
what that
happen.
was about.
Well, that shouldn't happen because you're not getting electrical.
Well, yeah, the human body does have electric feeds, but it should not be strong enough for that to pick it up.
If there's any entities there that have a message, make it flash for anyone in the room.
I'll put spirit talker on.
Not for how bad YouTube's been, mother.
There's Shannon got a message there. What's this?
Tell them to, oh,
Tell them to bring the big sheep. Or to tell Shannon, what's this about a big sheep? I want to know about this.
my own mother's calling me fat.
Meh.
It's not my fault the chair broke, and the couch, and the ottoman.
But it's have you got your ghost app out? Has any of you got your ghost apps out?
I've
See what it says. What was that?
I'm from the light, it just said. I just turned it back on. I'm from the light.
I'm from. Well, I hope that's a good thing.
That may be a good thing actually, considering the
Hopefully
things we
they're
were
not
talking
lying.
about. Actually, I mean, if you to say we are light, you know, you never know.
Aye.
I mean, it's weird how that K2 meter was going off something rotten. There was it. What night was it, Dakota? That it was going off the scale at? What guest did we have on?
Yeah, we had quite a few different guests, but it was.
I think it
Oh,
was.
it was Craig. Craig Campobasso.
That's it. That's it.
That was the one that we did the Spirit Box CE5. Then I went outside. Then there was Phantom Lightning. That
Yeah.
still no record of being in the atmosphere.
What's that, Drew? What's that?
Others.
Others? Ooh.
It said, I'm from the light, and then others.
Is there anyone got a message for anyone in the chat? Make the K2 light up.
Let's see if I can-
Does anybody in the chat feel anything? Do anybody in the chat experience anything? I found it very strange tonight, Mike. The naked Bigfoot could not get in. Well, he could get in, but we couldn't hear him and he couldn't hear us.
Well,
Pain?
there you are.
That's interesting.
Keep trying to talk to your spirits. Tell us anything we need to know.
You're not liking the fact that I'm working on that book about you, are you?
I don't think it's that. I think it's something to do with Mike.
I've not seen them in the park for about a week, maybe a week and a half.
If anyone experiences anything, put it down below. Ask it a question, Drew.
Try your hardest to communicate with us. Is there anything you need to quote and Chris to know? Try using this app to tell them. If there's anything you need them to know.
It's quite strange how it's not saying nothing. Oh, phone?
This is a phone this app's on. You need to talk to them. Is that what you mean? Phone, as in speak to them. Can you flash the K2 behind Dakota?
There's Phoenix saying, what's that?
She had a
Uh,
visit from the other night
had-
that caused her
damn.
some real interesting dreams.
Damn, my
Pop her
hand is in
pictures of
pain.
Ryan.
Phoenix hand is in pain. In the chat. And she's got another one. This is for the podcast, Phoenix. At the sight of my scar. Strange. Are you something to do
Get
with
out of
Phoenix?
here.
Get out of here.
Oh.
Who's here? Sparkle, lie down. The dog's getting edgy as well. Lie down then. It's okay, lie down. Who's here that you don't like being here? Move. Move. Who's to get out of here? Is it
Scottish
somebody behind
Outlooker.
Dakota?
Scottish Outlooker. That's strange. I'm actually Googling toothache remedies on my phone because I'm in pain.
Oh,
That's
I did
strange,
that
that.
last week. Yeah. Peppermint and clove oil. If there's anything here that wants to communicate with Dakota, can you please use this app to do it? And the K2.
I'm wondering if it's anything to do with Scottish Outlooker because it said phone and then it said pain, which is making me think because I know he's got
Figure.
really bad toothache. Oh, what's that figure?
Figure. Is it the figure that's Chris seen behind Dakota? Do you need to tell him something? Try your hardest to tell him. You can use my energy if you like.
Is it an
Her voice.
extraterrestrial? Oh, her voice. Dakota, what do you think?
Whose
of her
voice? His daughter's voice.
I wonder if it's Elena.
Is it Olivia's voice? I'm only saying what comes to my head, by the way, Dakota. Is
Elena.
it Olivia's voice you need him to hear? Or is it your own voice?
Dakota, ask if it's Elena. Strange, isn't it?
It's weird. Who's the messages for? Me or Dakota or Chris or somebody in chat?
not for
Can you
me.
try telling us?
I think it's for Dakota.
What's saying shadow? It's saying shadow. It was weird. I feel as I can hear somebody writing. See like the way somebody writes.
Nelly.
Right,
What was that?
Nelly. Nelly's my sister.
Nelly?
Nelly's my sister. Does Nelly need to get a message? Oh, she had a bit of trouble earlier.
Did she? Hope she's okay.
That's okay.
Do you have a message for anyone in the chat? Scottish Outlooker? Phoenix?
This is your
Suze?
chance to tell them.
Mm.
Try your hardest to use words that they will know it's you. Such as my dog's called Sparkle.
Home.
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 Right, I'll read it. I'm from the light, others pain, phone, get out of here, figure, her voice, Nelly, home.
It makes you wonder if there's two spirits. It makes you wonder if there's two entities here. I'll call them entities because we don't know if they're
Yeah.
alien or they're ghosts.
Yeah, it could
It
be
makes you
mixed.
wonder. It makes you wonder if there's a good one here, trying to get rid of a bad one. I keep getting weird kind of. I don't know if anybody else in the chat could hear that, but it's weird feedback.
Mm-hmm.
What's that, Phoenix? I feel someone that needs protection. I don't know who.
I think it's my sister Phoenix. She had a lot of trouble earlier. She's actually pretty scared right now. I better tell Helen that
Frank?
I better tell Helen that you've got her back. Says this for my guides, which is also going to be Helen's guides because we're both sisters. I better tell her that you've got her. Feels as if it's for maybe Nelly because it'll be my ancestors, my protectors, will be her protectors lately.
Phoenix says, I'm getting a feeling when I get that
Flashing.
something is going to happen.
Look, Dakota
Flashing.
going. It's okay, guys, if you see Dakota do that. Don't panic. He
It's
knows what
fine.
he's doing, okay? You
He's
try
just-
to tell us that you're going to flash the K2. Try making it flash then, please.
I thought I could hear a voice there. That's weird, that.
Try your hardest to affect the K2 meter behind Dakota. If you're not strong
Phoenix.
enough, do not say strong,
Eric.
Does anybody know an Eric or a
Someone-
Frank?
I know an Eric and a Frank. Someone needs protection now. Black turmoil now. I've got some over there, but it'll be fine.
Right.
It's not me, it's something else. It's affecting someone else.
It's interesting. What were you hearing, Dakota? Anything relevant?
Didn't hear Nelly come through.
Mind.
Yeah. Usually what happens with the spirit talker is once you hear the words come through, then when you go off, you start in your mind you start placing the words together and you usually figure out what they've been trying to tell you. That's why I like spirit talker. You usually figure it out what they've been trying to say all along. Try your hardest to keep affecting the K2 and then we know who you're with.
Phoenix says, I'm sorry, but these are just what I'm getting. I don't know who needs this.
Yeah, Phoenix is also a witch, guys. She knows air stuff as well.
I'm wondering if it's somebody in the chat.
Growl.
Growl. Growling doesn't scare us. Usually spirits growl because they're frustrated. Is that what you're going to do? You're going to growl because you're frustrated at us?
Might mean something else. It makes sense. Leave it with me now. Are you a man or woman?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry, it's okay. Just keep trying to get your message across. Tell us why there's a strange atmosphere tonight. Is there something looming in the skies?
Is there something about to happen? Hand? Is this ringing any bells with you, Dakota? Any of these words?
Trying to fill it out.
It will come relevant though if it is spirit putting the messages through, it does come relevant because I use spirit talker all the time. And usually you start to get it within about 10 minutes of what they're trying to tell you. I think there's a message for Nelly in this and somebody in chat or a general. Paul.
Paul?
Paul is Wally's boss, whose wife's man's just died tonight. Her dad, sorry, just died tonight. That's Wally's boss. It could be also spirits in my home that's visiting. I didn't think to block them out before I went live. If it is spirits that's trying to contact me to get messages to people, can you please step back just now to try and communicate with what's with Dakota? And I will do a private session to get your messages to your loved ones, I promise, okay?
Yep. The K2 meter just went up there, turned to red.
I'm happy.
You're happy?
Good. Glad you're happy.
I think, I don't know what this is, but I think there's something no nice, but there's something nice that's trying to protect everybody. Plus there's other spirits wandering in.
I didn't put any blockages
Look at
up.
Drew's face, everybody, look at Drew's face. Our image is starting to... See it, Dakota?
Viking.
Viking?
Try using the spirit box that Dakota's got to hear, so we can hear you. Let Dakota hear your message.
That's... Sue's fuzzy spirit near. I don't know what it is, but Drew, your face is changing. It's weird.
It does that though sometimes. I've noticed it before when I'm live. My eyes go black as well, then they go blue. Try your
Smith
hardest
family.
to communicate with us.
Smith family paranormal, he's back.
He never left.
Never left.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Mason.
Yeah, he definitely didn't go. He's just moved position so he wasn't so obvious for us to see him. He's definitely not went anywhere because I can feel his energy back again.
There you go.
Try your hardest to communicate with us. Use your words on the spirit box, not this, so we can actually hear what you need from us. Let's hear your words.
Mine.
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 And we know they're your words. That's why we need to hear them. We need to know what you want from us. What do you need from us?
Are you here to warn us? Something's going to happen in the world.
Is there something we've got? Is there an ability one of us possess that you need? Do you need to use that ability to help you? Is that why you need one of us?
Are you a spirit or are you an alien? Hand, he keeps going on about hand.
It doesn't feel like spirit, but spirit's got a different energy. Especially if it's good spirits, like spirits coming into
Makes me
contact
wonder.
with loved ones, it has like a different energy.
Playing.
Him
Mm.
playing. It makes me wonder when it said Mason and then it said hand. Because there's the secret handshake, but then there's the all-seeing eye with the hand.
Right.
So what just make me think there's some... I think it's attached to somebody in the chat, to be honest with you.
Try saying the name of the person in chat so that they know your message is for them.
Negative.
Negative.
Do you have a
Are you
message
wanting
for
us
someone in the...
alone?
What's that, Dakota?
Come on. I know you want attention.
Do you have a message for someone in the chat?
You're going to make us
Talk.
work. Talk.
Talk.
You're going to make us work for every single bit of knowledge.
They never make it easy, do they?
He's not going to make it easy, you can tell. He could easily tell you what they wanted. They just need to speak.
I'm not telling you.
Well, because with the know, if it is who we think, he's not going to tell us. Just know that we know you're around. Everybody in chat, just remember and bubble yourselves tonight, okay? Especially if you've got abilities, because he might just try and contact you.
I've just burnt loads of sage in here.
Just make sure you
Everyone's through it.
protect yourself, guys.
House.
House.
My house is protected anyway. That's how you have to sit in the swing park, isn't it? On the swing, just dangling your legs. But you can't get in. I think the minute I told Jules that he was in the swing park, I think he hung about for another couple of days and then he wasn't there. But it's as if he was trying to fool me to think he was totally away, you know? Tell me why you sit in the swing park. Just to watch?
Vernon.
Yeah,
That's an unusual name.
it's an old name. Try telling Dakota what you need.
I don't know what it is, but I keep feeling like it's somebody in the chat. It's got something to do with somebody in the chat. I think it's to do with Phoenix or something.
There's probably a normal spirit here as well, just trying to take advantage of us communicating.
Burnt.
Burnt. You try to say that the things that we've burnt is maybe blocking you, because I have burnt a lot of sage and things in here today.
I was burning it the other night.
Yeah, it's maybe blocking it, the energies.
Hey,
His favorite
Paranormal
toy
World.
last time he came around was my smoke alarm.
Right. Do you love that we give you a line to communicate with us? Is that why you keep coming back?
I hear you.
I hear you. Because you know we open up a line of communication. Is that why you come back? I keep thinking it's as if he
Charlotte.
I keep thinking it's as if he wants his place. Do you know, you hear Slender Man, you hear his Siren Head and things these days. It's as if I feel as if he wants his place.
I
Because
don't think
people
it's...
don't believe. Do you not know? But I mean, but there's a certain aspect that kids don't believe in him either. And I think this is what he's pushing for, is for him to be more than just that urban legend, if you like.
He wants the attention so he can feed and hurt more people.
Yep. And he knows that you guys have the ability to get that out.
Not Not my sister, my aunt, unless there's a sibling I don't know about their mother.
I'm trying not to look at chat so I can keep the concentration.
I have an aunt named Charlotte, and she's been having some activity too.
There you go.
Aggressive.
Aggressive.
Yeah, she can be.
So watch what you're doing. But you won't put up with your bullshit. Keep using the energy that's around me if you like to operate this app. I don't mind you using my energy. Try
It's
to
a
tell me
very-
what I need to know.
It's a
Right.
very interesting night tonight, Drain.
You can drain me if you like. I'm going to bed anyway. As long as you get your message out.
That's something that I disagree with. I says I don't like giving them permission to take my energy. It's forbidden.
Right.
Because if you do that, it could be anything. It means it
God.
could take you.
I know, but I don't think whatever's here with me right now is bad. I would feel it. I think that there's somebody trying to communicate.
Well, there's multiple things trying to communicate. There's there's, I think there's good. I think there's extraterrestrials, and I think there's other.
Last couple of times we did something like it seemed like we drew an audience.
Hello. Lie down, Sparkle. Lie down.
Hello. It says.
I'll take a screenshot of that. Have you heard anything in the spirit box that's relevant to Dakota?
Bits and pieces, bodies. Ironically, right as you said, burnt on your ears pen. Bust out the good one, but I didn't have much of a charge right now. Charging port stuff on it.
Remember, you said tonight at the start of the live we were going on about big pile of bodies and burning.
That's right.
Like something was going on.
The confirmation of that.
That individual also said that the night we did that session, roughly the same time, something smacked him upside the head like it was trying to say, hey, pay attention, something's about to happen.
If we look in the sky tonight, are we going to see anything? In Scotland, especially because the sky is so strange.
Catch you later, Suze. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Try telling us if we have to look at the skies above tonight, especially in Scotland.
It's not just Scotland, it's everywhere.
I know, but just that here the news, Chris, it's really eerie. You should look outside.
I was just. If anyone listening to the podcast side of this hears anything when it's uploaded, please come and leave a message below in the video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be listening back with headphones on for sure. Often you don't hear anything until you do listen to it back. It's amazing what you can hear when you listen to things back. Sis is in.
Hey, Paranormal World. So, Dakota, do you want to keep it going? Do you want to tell them about tomorrow live?
Yes. I'll go ahead and close it down because I feel like whoever's wanting to talk wants to be private about it. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
We'll try my usual method tonight of running 16,000 different devices and have them all talk to each other. I have a feeling that'll happen.
No,
Yes, tomorrow. Chris, didn't you say that Lewis was going to try to come back?
Yes, Lewis will be coming on tomorrow night. We're going to be discussing some evidence that we've got. What's the other subject tomorrow, Dakota? Just evidence in general.
No. Have Lewis come on. Honestly, would like to know what kind of programs he utilizes for his enhancements. Because it's something I don't have. I want it.
We have some UFO evidence of my area, and especially the UFO that I seen was above Drew's house.
yep.
So
We'll have something Sherry sent my way while she was still in the States. And we'll bring up a couple of mine that are a little bit more convincing than the others. So,
don't worry, I'll get a video of the night the alien ship landing, the door opening, the guy coming out with the pointy ears. You know.
I'm definitely going to try. I have never tried to do necrophonic outside to contact above. So tonight, I think the skies are strange enough. I think I'm going to try it. I'll record it.
And if we don't see Drew again, don't worry, the aliens will eventually bring her back.
Look
yeah,
for me.
they'll eventually get
The
sick of
master.
But anyway, guys, it's been a brilliant night. And Mike, if you're watching, we'll get you back on another time. Obviously, there's just some weird stuff going on tonight. And we'll all see you tomorrow night. So
That's
catch you
what
later,
people
guys.
don't realise, isn't it?
I know,
Strange.
it's very strange. Very
Strange
strange.
indeed.